Good morning, fourth graders. It is March 26th, I think, 2020, and just thought I'd check in with you today. I'm going to go ahead and just give you your math problem of the day to try out, and I'll put this in assignments. Only a few people have been answering these questions in assignments, and I'm still not sure what it's labeled as on your Google Classroom headers at the top. Mine says classwork. Yours might say classwork or assignments that you need to click on. You'll have a math question of the day, social studies question of the day. You can find your reading story there and the math pages, the extra math pages that you don't have yet. So here is your math problem. 8,354 divided by 2. Use the same idea before you start dividing. I want you to use your divisibility rules to think about if that dividend can evenly be divided by 2. So since our divisor is 2, that rule is if the number is an even number, it will be evenly divided by 2. So keep that in mind before you solve to think if you should have a remainder or if you would just have a whole amount as your quotient. Our quote for today from our Wonder Book says, "Be kind whenever possible. It is always possible." That's a good quote for the day. Be kind whenever possible. It is always possible. And before I start reading from Fudgemania, I made a couple of posts last night and this morning as reminders of putting first things first. You guys have been very excited about wanting to do GIM kits. You've been creating your own. But when I log into MobyMax, I've been seeing quite a decrease this week as compared to last week of the amount of time that you're spending on there. So when you think through doing fact fluency, if you're doing informational text or your language assignments, everyone should have about 45 minutes of time on MobyMax, okay? Should have about 45 minutes. Some people had about 5. So if you have not been on MobyMax or you haven't spent as much time on there as what you need to, please make sure you're putting first things first, and that's the most important part that you need to get done. We're also in a contest right now, and when I just looked a little bit ago, we were in second place behind Mr. Richards' class. They're ahead of us. They almost have twice as many points as we do. So that being said, make sure you are completing your MobyMax assignments. That's part of what's required of you for your 15-day on your little chart. You have MobyMax assignments for several different subjects, so make sure you're doing that. All right. Trying to hold my phone and the book at the same time. I'm sitting outside in my backyard. If you saw Oliver go by there a little bit ago, he's smelling the fence. I don't know. It's what he does. All right, yesterday I left off where Peter and Jimmy had made a big sign for the wedding for their for Peter's grandma. Grandma and Buzzy Sr. liked it a lot, even though we forgot to include the year. Grandma said it was better that way. Just before the ceremony, Fudge asked Mitzi to help him be the ring bearer. He showed her the lace pillow with the gold wedding bands resting on it. Then he whispered something in her ear, and they giggled. The judge was the last one to arrive. She pulled up in a shiny red pickup truck, wearing her judge's robe. She looked familiar, but I couldn't remember where I'd seen her until she said, "What are you doing here, Junior?" It was When in Rome. "You're the judge?" I said. "That's right, Junior." "My name is Peter," I told her, "not Junior, and my grandmother is the bride." "Well, isn't that something?" she said. "I hope you behave yourself today." "When in Rome," I told her. This time she laughed. The ceremony began a few minutes after 11. The bride wore a white jogging suit. She bought it at the sports store where Fudge got his Mitzi. She had a pink flower tucked behind her ear. The groom wore a black jogging suit. He had a pink flower pinned to his sweatshirt. They kept smiling at each other. When in Rome started off by reading some love poem. I almost laughed because I had this picture in my mind of her playing first base in her judge's robe. Then she got down to the important stuff, like the "do you take" question. She asked Grandma first, "Do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband?" Grandma said, "I do." After that, Buzzy Sr. was supposed to place the ring on her finger, but just as he was about to take it from the lace pillow, the ring bearer and his helper sang, "Surprise!" and they started twirling, holding the pillow between them. We were surprised, all right, because as they twirled, the rings flew off the pillow and landed somewhere in the grass. "Uh-oh," the ring bearer said. Everyone got down on their hands and knees to search. And I'll stop right there for the day. All right, so reminders, put first things first today. Get done what needs to be done first so that you can go outside and enjoy the sunshine today. It's a beautiful day outside, so get work done first and then go enjoy your day. Talk to you later. Bye.